The Snyder Cut. We've all heard about it.
Oh, shit.
It's become a thing.
What is it?
A thing?
Yeah. It's become a thing.
That's what Jesse Eisenberg said this past week. Did you guys see that?
I saw it. Yeah, he had
What
no
did
He
it
idea.
asked about the Snyder Cut, and he said, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And they were
I
like,
can
"The
picture
Snyder
Jeff-
Cut."
I
He's
can
not on
picture
social
Eisenberg
media.
doing this. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
He literally was like, I'm sorry,
what?
what are you, excuse me, what are you talking,
Was-
I
was
literally
he-
don't know what that is. Is that a cut?
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
I
love
was like,
that-
how?
I love that these
podcast with
actors
Jeff
just don't
Snyder.
know anything because we're such nerds and we're always looking
No, but
at this crap.
Jesse
Somebody asked
Eisenberg
me.
specifically though, because he's not on social media. He doesn't do Facebook.
Yeah.
But you would
Weirdly
think
enough.
over
He
the
doesn't do
last
Twitter, Instagram.
year and a half, Josh, somebody on a carpet or something somewhere would have asked him about the Snyder Cut.
But he also wasn't people's
It's a good
favorite Lex
point.
Luthor, so I'm sure he just stays out of the whole conversation, doesn't want to hear about it, and eats his Jolly Ranchers.
That's
which is
true.
fine
He's
'cause
not
they're
the one
delicious.
we're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Tell me about Momoa.
So Jason Momoa was talking to MTV, and
My man!
That's the surprising part?
Wait, yes. MTV has interviews still? I thought it was
Yeah.
legitimately just Jersey Shore and Floribama Shore.
Which both of them rock, by the way. I love both of those shows.
I'm not taking anything away from it. I didn't know
Thank
they
you.
actually still did interviews with
Yeah,
people.
they do. They actually get a lot of.
Interesting.
We often on DC Movie News are reporting MTV says blah blah blah.
oh yeah, it's who's the pundit on there? He's fantastic.
Chris-
He's on
Oh
everything.
yeah,
Kurt Loder.
Josh something.
It is
John
John
There you go.
Cena.
Thank
in
you,
fact,
John
yes.
Cena. Yes.
Yeah, so he was interviewing Momoa, and he reconfirms that he's seen the Snyder Cut, but then the interviewer
Momoa
goes.
reconfirms.
Momoa reconfirms, and he said, and then the interviewer's like, but that's not with special effects and everything added, and Momoa starts fucking with him. He's like, oh, really? Like, we can play the video too if you want to see it.
Do you
But
think he's?
I
he
would like to
basically
Just 1
said
minute.
he basically said
check it
the
out, Cody.
effects are complete, and there is a version that's out there. For
Is
the
this
Snyder
the first
Cut.
time we've ever heard a confirmation? And is he messing with us?
So Junkie XL previously, Riley, if you want to say
No, great.
Junkie XL came out and said
The composer for
right,
BVS.
that he completed
Yeah.
the composition for it. But let's check this out and hear what Momoa had to say.
So
I've seen the Snyder Cut. So what does that mean? Because the effects aren't done. Like you've seen his assemblage of footage and
Look at Momoa.
alternate takes, etc.
Oh, do you think Zach couldn't finish it? You don't think he?
I don't know. You tell me. He's finished. The
I mean,
work.
listen, man. Next question.
Do you think we'll ever see it? Do you think the public will ever see it at this point? Because it seems like it's actually the groundswell has grown. And a year
I
ago,
think
I
the
would have
public
had my
needs to see it.
doubts.
You know, I'm obviously indebted to Warner's and DC, and you know, I don't know how they feel about it, but I mean,
Right.
as a fan, I'm very, very happy.
Say it, Momoa.
Does it feel like a totally different movie than the Justice League that was released?
Oh man.
Wow. It's just, it's
I wanna
crazy
see
how far out we are with people still talking about the Snyder Cut and Junkie XL saying that, and now Momoa and Snyder.
Zack Snyder himself.
Snyder dropping every single day on that
Right.
Vero thing,
Yep.
Right.
new images and things that were shot. I mean, I feel like at this point, with HBO Max being announced, that we are going to get a Snyder Cut
Pretty good call.
on the service.
I really
Please.
hope you're right. That would
I
be
hope
great.
so.
Because I'm surprised it's taken this long because we got, we have a Watchmen director's cut. We had a BVS Ultimate Edition that came out shortly after,
Thank
which
you.
I love much more because I had issues with the theatrical release of BVS, and the Ultimate Edition made me actually really like the movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
Man of Steel was on yesterday. It's so great.
I know it is.
That's what
love
I
it.
was thinking too.
So great. Man of Steel 2.
You don't like.
When is that
I
out?
don't
You're
like
not a
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I don't
dare
understand the
you.
dog. I mean, it just drives me insane. But
The dog?
yes, save your dad, man. Save your
But
dad.
that was the point. He was listening
the
to his
point.
dad.
I don't care.
He was-
I've had this conversation so many times. I don't understand.
You guys wanna
You're
hear
gonna let
something
your
funny?
dad.
We gotta.
But he was
I fell asleep.
being
during
an obedient,
So you don't
nice.
even know
Of
what we're
course you
talking about?
fucking
Both
did,
did.
Josh.
That's incredible.
But anyway,
For the Snyder Cut, though, do you guys think if it's released and people like it, that means that we are going to bring Snyder back into the DC universe?
No.
I think there's. It could be. But right now, I wonder how much. I think the reason the Snyder Cut is not out there is because Justice League, the version that they put out there, bombed. It didn't do well compared to these other movies. You know, these big superhero movies.
Or even
And
the
I'm
small ones like Joker.
Or even small ones like Joker. It's a great point. That movie, and two, Justice League was, the version in the theaters was awful. It was awful. They opened with Superman with the weird thing. I don't know why they would do that.
Mustache
Why,
gate.
when you need to establish a tone of a movie, you open with a CGI face.
How about we have a debate?
Thank you.
You fight why Mustache Gate sucked, and I fight why killing your dad is awful.
He didn't kill his dad
He let him
How
die.
dare you.
for
because
sure.
his dad asked him
Why?
to.
Do you? Pa Kent
Was Kevin,
Kevin
his dad?
Costner
was so
told him
afraid
to.
of what the world would
Yes.
react.
Mission Impossible is to blame for Mustache Gate.
Yes, I understand that as well.
It is a good movie, though, to be
But
fair.
Man of Steel,
Do you? So yes or no from each of you guys?
So-
Josh, are we gonna see the Snyder Cut?
Yes.
Riley,
God, I hope so. Yes, I think ultimately yes.
Serena.
I really hope so because I didn't hate Justice League like everyone did.
Me neither.
I think it's not a great movie, but there's great moments in it. I think that I loved.
Wash.
Thank you.
I think Ezra Miller as Flash was very enjoyable.
He was great.
And I love that scene where Superman comes back to life and he's
That's the
they
only good
do a
scene in the
I don't
movie.
like Ezra
and
Miller
I love
it
that
was
scene too, but-
amazing.
but-
I love the end credit scene where they're about to compete and see who's faster. Like those,
Spoiler.
the Justice League moments for me were really great. And I'm sure the Snyder Cut is much better.
Oh, you think the Snyder Cut is
of course.
better?
Yeah, because unlike a lot of people, I like Snyder movies.
Cody, are we gonna see the Snyder Cut?
I don't care. Alex?
Alex.
Yeah, I
Cody
think
on
so.
that.
I like your call about the HBO Max thing, Roxy.
I will
I
say
hope.
that I, for a year solid, said I hope we don't ever see the Snyder Cut. But now that the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut people are so relentless, I hope they fucking get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give it to them
They,
now.
they've turned it into something, though. I know they get proceeds and they give
Charity,
it to
all the
Zack
great
Snyder's
stuff they
charity
do.
and for suicide prevention, and I think that's really good. I think
Yes.
at one point, what we were railing against is that we were getting bombarded, and there were a lot of you that came at us and was like, "Ah, rah, rah," and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Toxicity.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but then now that there's this kind of this level-headed
My
thinking, is
nerds.
kind of my nerds.
Yeah.
Where once I heard it from Snyder, because I was out there going, I don't think there is one, and then when I heard him say there is, I'm like, wait a minute. And now all these people are saying, like, there is one. Okay, we can change our opinion based on facts coming at us, right? That
Right.
this is out there. Now it's up to Warner Brothers.
And
Yeah.
I think Roxy's right that would actually be a good idea to put it up for streaming because maybe Warner Brothers isn't interested going forward because a lot of the cast of the Justice League is changing, right? And so maybe they don't want to release it in theaters, but if they release it streaming, I think a lot of people that would be very successful.
I think so too.
I think
I'm
tons
curious.
of people would sign up for HBO
course.
Max
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, for sure, and they need that leg up.
Yeah,
they
they
could
do.
use that. I'm curious what you guys at home think.